Alright, so that was Kilika. And we need Jose and Calmlands.
Yuna, it's up to Yuna.
Yeah, I know, dude. Like, so it's in Humanities 110, I'm pretty sure. It's the study on technology and society, pretty much. And my first paper has to be between 3 and 5 pages on surgeries and how the technology has influenced surgeries over the past 100 years. Which isn't bad. I mean, he just wants me to read the first 4 chapters of our book and then write a paper on what I read. So, not too bad, I don't guess. And I don't mind writing nearly as much as long as it's about something that is actually interesting to me. I can't write about global warming at all. I'd probably off myself. No, sir.
Duck soup.
Duck what?
Oh yeah, hell yeah. I'd much rather do hours of math. Which actually, I think next semester I'm going to be doing some math stuff. This semester I got kind of screwed. I didn't, since I didn't go early enough, I kind of just had to stick with classes, depending on what was available. Hello? Okay. Ah, that's true. I never thought about it like that. What? The hell? What? I'm so confused. I know that's not right. I'm so confused. When I taught math, the students told me that the other people
Goals at your service.
I mean, I'd rather be a tough teacher than to teach kids like the shit they don't need to know. Because I feel like The teachers that were in my high school definitely, definitely dumbed it down instead of being hard. Like, if they would have just, like, did their job and actually, like, tried to push people, it would have been a lot easier on everybody. I am so confused. See the original quizzes because I made the quiz super hard and then solved it myself. I would decide it would take the students so long. It made it easier. Damn. I mean, that's cool though. I can't jump onto anything. What am I supposed to be looking at? So confused. All right. Road to Far Plain, Jose. Cool. What? You may be able to use the floating island in your path. Oh. Damn. If it took longer than 4 to 5 minutes. I mean, I think that's 100% fair. Like, to me, that's the teacher putting the kids first and trying not to make it too hard on them. But I feel like, well, maybe the teachers that were in high school with me, maybe they tried on other classes, but I feel like they dumbed it down for us when they shouldn't have. But maybe there was something going on that I didn't know about, because that could have been it. Hold. Doop, doop, doop. Oh, nice.
I'm gonna whack you good.
She's not gonna be able to do any damage as a mage. We'll just do this.
This is easy.
the way I'm supposed to be going. Yeah, that's true. That's kind of how I feel like it was.
I'm not.
But then again, I played really dumb in high school, so that I didn't have to do anything. Oh, there's only one way down. Okay. I mean, like I said the other day, I swapped out of chemistry just so that I could take physical science because it was an easier class. So if the kids were anything like me, then I don't blame them, because I definitely didn't do what I was supposed to be doing. I didn't treat school like I was supposed to. Damn, fucking her up. Yeah. That's pretty crazy. Being a teacher has to be, like, rough. Like we were talking about the other day, you really have to have a passion for it. And for those people to want to slow the class down to make sure that the other kids get it, I mean, it's pretty cool. It shows their passion. There's a chest over there. There's two chests over there. Hello? How do? Fire on who? Not on me. Oh. It seems like there was a class that I took that we missed a whole lot of material. I don't remember what class it was, but it seems like we had one where, like, we had to skip a bunch of stuff because we weren't making through the material fast enough. Seems like it was in high school, like an English class or something like that. Yeah, they couldn't do the material. And there was something where, like, if the majority of the class fails, then it just kind of like shows that she didn't teach it right, rather than them learning, like, from, like, on paper. There was a teacher that was explaining it to me. Like, if most of the class fails, then it kind of goes against them. Am I gonna get these chests? Hell yeah. Oh. That was sad. It's empty. How the fuck would it be empty? Primary because the other students come back and help. That's ridiculous. But I mean, there's always going to be those people that, like, take advantage of stuff like that. Like, I don't think I've ever, like, really tried to take somebody's homework.
I've reached my limit. Break time.
When my buddy and I were in class together the first time I was in school, I mean, we were in school together and we did, like, all of our stuff we did all of our stuff together. You know, we didn't necessarily like cheat off each other, but we worked together. What? And like, I think that's like the closest that I've ever been to like trying to take anybody, but I've never like walked up to somebody and be like, dude, I don't understand this, help me, and then just write down what they got. Kind of fucked up. Oh hell yeah. If somebody like if somebody just gives zero effort, then I feel like you shouldn't give them any effort on helping them. Like, especially if I was a teacher and I knew somebody was trying really hard to learn something and they just were having trouble with it, I'd be more than happy to help them. But if you're just being a douche and not actually trying, then why would I try with you? Get what you get. Oh yeah, that was one of the things, like, I've always said that to actually be able to teach something, you really have to understand it. Like, you can't successfully teach someone else a concept unless you actually understand it yourself. Otherwise, you're teaching them what you think is the correct way, and that's incorrect. So it really does help you understand the concept yourself if you can teach it to somebody else. The lady that I was talking about that wanted me to be a business teacher, that was kind of her thing. Like, by being a business teacher, I would learn the concepts that we were talking about in that class by teaching them to the class. So that's kind of how she like forced me to learn everything, which it worked. I mean, there was very little at the time. It was computer engineering technologies, and I mean, there was very little that I came out of that class still having questions on. Yeah, I feel like that's my girlfriend. My girlfriend is that girl that is gonna try as hard as she possibly can and she's still gonna worry if she's doing it right or not. And she's gonna be the one that asks like a billion questions.
Leave it to me.
Because she wants to do it right and she wants to know it. Like the other day, I was sitting there helping her. She's gonna be an accountant, so she's doing like an accounting class. I don't remember which accounting class it is, but you know, she was trying to work through a problem, and then she all of a sudden was just like, all right, she was like, I think I get it. Let's move on. And I was like, well, I mean, do you really get it? Because I mean, if you don't, you're just gonna ask your teacher. And she didn't understand it, and I eventually was just like, look, if you really don't understand it and I'm not really conveying how I understand it right, then you should definitely talk to your teacher. And she called me today and she was like, hey, so can you like read this problem and tell me if I'm understanding this right? And I was like, yeah. And they literally wanted her to, from beginning to end, they wanted her to describe a transaction from an accounting standpoint, like revenue and expenses and stuff.
Too easy.
Yeah. See, I feel like definitely not all the time, but I feel like generally, like if you're talking concepts to me, I generally understand it rather fast. There's very few concepts that like I have to like really study on before I understand them. But she's kind of the other way. Like if you tell her this is how it is, she believes that from then on there, no matter what, that's how it's always going to be. But I try to understand the concept behind it rather than the actual thing that you're telling me, if that makes any sense. So I feel like not like 90% of the time, I understand you. Like I get what you're saying. I understand the concept. But she doesn't. Like she doesn't go off conceptual learning. She goes off of that's a fact because he said it. I don't necessarily agree with, but it works for her. She's very smart. What's going on, Cereal?
Duck what?
Damn it. I am so confused. Serial, I'm working through all of the entrances to the far plane because from what I read, as long as you go through all of them, you get a garment grid that lets you cast Ultima. So that will be pretty important. So I'm trying to work through that. Damn it. I'm so confused.
Goings at your service.
It's all good, dude. I got off around like 7 or something like that. But it wasn't, I didn't do a whole lot. Because we were fighting that boss, and then that was pretty much it the whole time. See, there's nowhere else to go. You really need to learn concepts over facts. Yeah. Well, you do really cool things in mathematics that you wouldn't even think about. Obviously, this was not the correct way to go in my path here. Riku's the only one a little weak here.
Well, well.
Yeah, see, when I was in high school, my Algebra 2 teacher told me from the get-go, if you learn the concepts to these math problems, then you're not going to have an issue. You can apply these concepts from day 1. The concept that you learn on day 1 will work for day 2, and we'll build upon it on day 2. Once we get to day 3, you'll have 2 days worth of concepts to put into day 3, and it will build you from there. I mean, that's the way he taught us. You know, he taught us all kinds of stuff that were pertaining to more of a conceptual learning rather than this is your formula, this is how you do it, just plug your stuff in. And I was like, okay. So I've always, since then, I've always been like that. And yeah, Serial, this is the Comlands. But I don't understand because there's all these like portals, and the portals don't take me anywhere. But I mean, worst case scenario, I'm at least getting experience off of this, so I'm at least leveling a little bit. Jump over there. Has to be. I mean, there's only one direction. I didn't mean to say one direction. There's only one way you can go. So I'm very confused. I must be missing something on that last portal.
I could get used to this.
Let me see really fast. Is that gonna be it? After she gets scan level 3? Allows users to target party members with scan. What's the big deal about that? I don't get it. Guards against darkness. Oh, that's kind of cool. And Riku. She's on Gun Mage too, but she doesn't need to be on Gun Mage. I should probably just keep going on Psychic for her. Let's change that really fast. Oh, they broke up. I'm okay with that. It's no big deal. Yee. Psychic for Black Mage here. And let's move Riku over to Psychic. Really didn't know that they broke up. Damn.
Child's play.
2,400 damage. That ain't bad. Alright, so we go in this portal. We're left here. We couldn't go backwards, right? Doop, doop. He doesn't take physical damage, so not worth trying to fight him. Okay. Yes, it's gonna be really good once I get a few levels here. I don't know if you saw. I don't know if it was before or after your internet was acting up, but we pretty much were fighting an Omega weapon at the end of the stream, and this thing killed me. Like it was doing physical attacks that were like 1,700 damage, just swipe, and it was killing me in one shot. It was ridiculous. Super, super fast. And I was like, fuck. So hopefully leveling up here will... Hopefully it'll usher in some success. Alright, into this portal, and it just takes me back here. Oh, okay. I am an idiot. But I shouldn't be going up. I should be going this way.
Well, well.
Oh, it's okay. I do like how everything through here is becoming a lot easier to kill. The strength is pretty high up at this point. Hello. Got a chest. Shining gem. Sounds interesting. What's that? Doubles the party's max MP. That's cool. Max HP. Does non-elemental damage to one enemy. Cool. We can live with that. Yay, we made it. Megiddo. I don't know how to pronounce that. Dude, the Magasisters were insane. They were so much fun to fight, and luckily, it only took me once, which I'm super, super excited for. What? Oh, that's cool. Huh. It's kind of awkward. but we're going to be able to use black mage abilities. We'll have flare if we go to the green, and we'll have ultima if we make it all the way through. So why don't we do that there? So that way, because Yuna's going to start out as a gunner. She's going to be able to go past the green to a white mage if she needs to. She'll be able to use flare and her white mage abilities. So that'll be pretty cool. And then we'll have Riku start here. She's going to have to go all the way around anyways because she's going to end up being... we're going to use her special sphere. And then she'll have the ability to use Ultima. And then Pain will start here as a gun mage and work her way on the inside, make it up to Gunner before she uses it, which is completely fine. Yeah, let's try that. We'll try it out a little in here before we go anywhere, though. Oh no, that was wrong. This one. She's gonna be Gunner. Pain. She's gonna be Gun Mage. Damn it. Riku. She has the Psychic. And she'll go counterclockwise pretty much. That should be cool. Try the Beacon Hill Desert of Hell. Sure. Why not? Oh, and I looked up what to do in Luca. Because if you remember, Luca is a hotspot